So I got the power hacksaw home, and I'm degreasing it a bit before I take it off the trailer. We're moving a bit more weight. We're going to use a dolly to get it off. I don't have a forklift in my house. Sorry if it's a bit windy. There's a bit of a breeze, but it's absolutely gorgeous out here. It's like 70 out. So you can see I've degreased the top half here. I can't get this shaft off. I can't get that out, even though there's a set screw in the back. I have it undone. I can't get it undone. So for now, I'm just going to leave it. I got the pump out, the hydraulic pump, and that's cleaned. I'll do a separate video on that and how it works. But the one thing I found I'm missing is this was originally designed. This was originally designed to be a run on a line, an overhead pulley system, and you would disengage and engage by moving this back and forth. That would be disengaged, and you move it over to engage it, and that expands that clutch. This should be over all the way. It wasn't, keeping everything lined up. But that mechanism, though, to disengage and engage the clutch is gone. When I first got it, I was wondering what the heck this is, and now I figured out that was part of the clutch system. There's a hole here, and I believe what it was, there's a cam on the back of the saw. I think that would press that one way, which would push this one way or the other, and then actuate this rod, and this rod would move that in and out. My guess is there was probably a handle here too. So I haven't seen any pictures of the mechanism for this model, but I did see a video on YouTube for LW or LC, I can't remember which truck company model, that had a very similar system. Yeah, so maybe in time I'll try to fabricate up a new one. For now, I'm just going to lock the clutch on, and when I turn the power on, it'll start moving. Yeah, so far there's very little wear in the shafts. I don't see a heck of a lot of scoring when I take it apart. I got to take this pump off here still. And can you see that? Now let me change some settings here. Okay, I gotta take this pump here off. That's the coolant pump. I got it disengaged from the shaft that went through here, then engaged it up and down. I believe this extra tube that runs down was so that you could actually run cooling on top of the part, maybe. I'm not quite sure. This tube here goes up to the top, and that's the main coolant line. Other than that one clutch part, I haven't found any surprises. And like I said, I can't figure out how to get this off. I don't have a gear puller that I can put on this and get it to come. There's no set screw. It's missing. There's supposed to be one. So it's just held on with grease and friction. The other side, there is a set screw, and I've loosened it, and I still can't get it off. So I don't want to break anything. Yeah, parts for this are possible to find. But for right now, I'm just going to continue to degrease the top half of it and go from there. Like I said, I'll do a separate video on the two pumps when I get the other pump off and cleaned up, and figure out how the back one works. I figured out the front one. It's pretty simple. I do believe the original color is gray. I don't see any other shades of color here. Oh, one other thing I found, my father-in-law was asking when we were looking at it, there's a casting hole over here, and I believe that was for a stop for the part, so you could, put a thread of bar in there and have your parts come out to a consistent length. I think that's just a guess, though. Some pictures that show something that looks similar, but the pictures from that era aren't of all that high quality. So, like I said, this is the first video. Kind of the tearing of it apart. It's a fairly simple machine, and if you kind of know how mechanics work, it's not overly complicated to take apart. I say that now. We'll see when I put it back together what I say. anybody can get anything apart. But yeah, like I said, I'll do a video later, maybe today or tomorrow, with the pump and how that works, and then I'll start putting it back together once we get it off this rig. I'm gonna put some wheels on the bottom, and I think I decided if I mount a bar at the top here, I have 3-inch wheels. It'll only be about 1 inch off the ground, which would be perfect. I don't want it to go any higher than I need to, so that I can keep it under my bench when I'm not using it. And the wheels should be here today, so I'll get an idea of how big they are. I'm thinking about putting a piece of 2-inch by 2-inch angle iron, and if I need to, I'll cut out a slot for the base so it fits. Yeah. So far, it's a productive morning. I've been working on this for about 2 hours now. Yeah, one of the shafts down here, the gear covers down there, and I degreased the whole top half already. So I got to finish degreasing the middle section here, and then start working on this base, which is going to be the fun part. There's a lot of caked in grease in there. Fun times. Till next time. Thanks for watching.